Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sally Jack's TV mom, and it would be so good if you could press that subscribe button and be part of my YouTube family. It would mean so much to me. So the button is just below. Don't forget you can also hit that bell notification and we will let you know, or YouTube lets you know when any new uploads come up. Now, this was all about my very first proper trip in the caravan with the family. So just to quickly give you an overview, I bought a caravan because of COVID, so I live in it, so I'm in it now. So I work as a television presenter and I work away from home, and to be safe within the pandemic, I bought a caravan so I could live in it, 24-hour security around me. So I'm very lucky, and I live in it 2 to 3 days a week for work, and then we decided to take it away for a holiday. I've never been a caravan person and never been into them, so I just wanted to let you know and show you how we set up on our first trip away. This was to Scarborough, but I'm calling it Scarbados, and just to see how we got on and what we got up to. Blooming great. I've arrived, dirt on here. That's all fallen off. What is it? I took a road down, an unsuitable road for a caravan, and I also have just tried to set up the caravan, and I dropped the front of it, and Gary's had to lift it all on his own. Can't believe it. Now, if you have a look at this fluid, I don't know if you can see, but it's here. The minimum line is here, and it's supposed to be 1 centimetre up. So I'm going to have to put fluid in this before I switch it on, and I'm using GG40. You need to check with your caravan, the company that you bought it from, which one is the correct one for you. So this is what I'm putting on the caravan. This stops the draft coming through, so we're going to put this across here. So I'd set up inside because obviously I'd taken a lot of the pictures down, etc., from the command hooks, and then we needed to set up outside. And as I showed you, I bought this fantastic Caravan Skirt to stop the wind from wafting underneath the caravan when we sit out in the awning. Can you see this sort of half moon black lines? That's actually zips, and if you unzip you can put loads of stuff underneath the caravan. It's fantastic, and you can also put shoes, and actually this wasn't much different in price to what a normal bog standard skirt would be, so these are a lot better to go with. We put the awning up, but we'd only ever done it in September of last year, so there was a lot of argy-bargy going on. I didn't manage to record it all, but it is one of those blow-up ones. I don't know what you call them, so it is supposed to be quite quick. We managed to get it up. We didn't fill out the awning. We did it in the morning. I'm going to be brutally honest, I don't like them in my caravan. and I want you out of my caravan.
Get off.
I don't like it.
Just a little bigger.
I want to be on my own.
You don't. Oh.
I prefer my caravan being a one berth. Gary's taking the mickey out of my LED lights, going, oh, she's fitting herself. You're horrible. So we're here in sunny Scarborough, but it's been raining all morning, and I have to say it's taken us an age to set up. It's been hard work. I have to tell you, I find it hard work doing it all up, but let me show you what I've done, and now we're comfortable. So we're here for 4 nights, and we're now comfortable for 3 of them, because I've now completely and utterly finished. So I always get a super pitch. I don't say that, I don't come caravanning enough, but you've got running water already, you're hooked up to electric, and you've also got your grey waste, so you don't have to worry about the waste master. I go through this, the aqua roll, and I have it on like a system that's like in your toilet. That goes through the caravan, and then what we've also done is I've put my car here, and I'm going to put it across here, and then as you come in you've got the windbreak, and we can sit out here if it's sunny, and we can have something to eat. This is also collapsible, and it goes into like a little briefcase. It's absolutely fantastic. This was brand new, and I bought it just before we came away. And I thought that just gives us an even extra bit, because the awning actually doesn't come all the way across the caravan. And I've even cleaned my caravan since I've got here, because it was absolutely filthy from the journey, and I haven't managed to do it all, but my waterless wash and wax is on the side there. So this is the awning. So I bought this ground sheet, as you saw. There's a great deal at Aldi at the moment where you can get those. The carpet is from I bought that as an extra to go in my other tent, to go in the bedroom, if you remember. We sold the tent, but we sold sold the original carpet, but not the extra one that I bought, because obviously I bought that as extra. I've got a bigger bin, because the bin on the side I don't think is going to be enough for all of us, so I've got a bigger bin that goes into the awning. I got an ottoman, and that can store things like fleeces and throws for when we want to sit out here at night. I've also got things to sit on our laps if we wanted to, and we've also got 3 of those Aldi chairs that can come in here. The blow-up sofa, I bought that obviously last year. You saw that in my tent, and I just got 2 new cushions from the range, and I've used the same throws as I did last year. This is new and it's fabulous. It's by Take, I think it is, and it's like a kitchenette, and we brought the air fryer with us. You've got to get this. This is just superb. Now the smaller one, the 1.2 litre that I carry in my caravan all the time, obviously there's no point bringing that because it's not enough for 4 of us, because my mum's come with us, so we brought this. And then if I open this, this has got storage, and it flat packs again, so you can keep all your food in it. Gary has filled this, so as you can see, it's been very lovely displayed. Gives me the twitches because he's just thrown it in this morning. I'll let him do that bit, but you put the shelves in. We've also got a 42 litre cooler box, and we got that, and Gary's cheeky San Miguel's there. We got that because we didn't feel that the fridge was going to be enough to be able to hold everything. So that is our awning, my waterless wash and wax, on the side, because I've just done all the windows. Oh, another thing that's brilliant is this, but I'm going to do a separate vlog of all my tips that I think that everybody should get. And then as we go in to the caravan, I've taken all the carpets up, and I'm so glad I did, because with being in and out and being in with Frankie Jack, we've brought in so much grass from outside. I must have vacuumed. We haven't been here 24 hours. I must have vacuumed 5 times. So I'm trying to train everybody to be as good as possible with everything and where they put everything. So everybody's got their little cupboards. If not, their stuff is in the car or the awning, and I'm saying just put everything away, because it's very easy in such a tight, confined space to lose everything. So I cleared a lot of my stuff out before we came on this holiday, so everybody had their own shelves and their own cupboards. Frankie Jack's already broken my curtains. I've put them back up. They're not broken completely, but he's had them off. He's broken one of my cushions. He's stained this. I've had to use blue magic on this already, so he's already been an absolute pest. But we haven't actually put that much in the fridge, but we've got to go and do a shop for some more stuff. But my protocol is there, and we've had a green magic as well this morning. And then we also as well, I bought the same bedding to go at the front, so when my mum comes to sleep, she's got the same bedding as us. My curtains are up, so this is where we're hanging the extra towels as well. My towels normally go on the door here, in here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and then my mum's got another towel behind there, and then obviously I've got the hand towel as well, the bathroom, and we've kept all our toiletries in there, so I cleared a lot of my stuff out, so everything's in there and everything's packed away. Obviously we're only here for 4 nights. I can't imagine how on earth anybody does it for 2 weeks. We've got curtains up, so that's eyelets I had done, so that's the first night I've slept in with curtains, and I'm really chuffed with them. If anybody's been following me, they will know how much I've wanted my curtains in so much, and I've eventually got them. So yeah, so that's the caravan totally done up for our. So this morning it's been a lot of put that away, put that away, put that away, and I think I've been irritating everybody, but I just know, like Frankie Jack put a mobile phone down the back of the sofa. Now if that's fallen down, it's gone underneath the sofa, and then you can't find it, and then people are screaming that they've lost the mobile phones, because there's obviously 3 adults and there's actually 4 mobile phones, because Gary's Gary's got 2 mobile phones. So you've got the problem that if you don't keep on top of it, this is what happens. 2 tea towels on the go, 1 just to wipe down the side and 1 to do the dishes. I've got more in there, and then of course we can come out, and then I've also got in here, I've also got there's a light to go in here, there's a side light to go in here when we sit out at night, and I've also got a heater, but we've also got an awning light as well. And my vacuum also vacs this carpet. So I've told people when they come in, I would prefer them not to have shoes on. But let's see, you've got a shoe place here. This is a I think it's Vango or a camper, and it's a skirt, and it's absolutely brilliant. You've got so much space, so if you unzip it, it goes right the way back underneath the caravan, and you can fit all the toys. So all of Frankie Jack's toys have gone underneath, so they're not in the way. And then you can put shoes here as well. Yeah, so really good. And then I love that fold away bench as well that you've got, so we can sit out if we want to, if the weather's good and we're not getting blasted, because just at the back of us over here is actually the sea, so you're getting a lot of wind that's coming off the sea out in Bridlington. So this is our second night tonight, because we arrived last night, but we've done up the caravan as I've just been showing you, and that's taken what a palaver. I think it's because if you're not doing it on a regular basis, obviously I'm doing it on a regular basis when I'm at work, but it's kind of static even though it's a tourer, so it makes it really easy. But we're going to come back here tomorrow morning in Bridlington, and we're going to go on a speedboat ride for the kids. And we've just been over there, which is a place called Jerome's. We've got some really lovely ice cream, obviously served outside, and we're just walking on the front eating it. But Jerome's, when I used to sing, I performed there a couple of times, only like 20-minute shows, but it were really good, because in the summer they used to be absolutely packed out, and they used to open the doors onto the kind of almost like the beach, and or to the promenade, and people used to come past and drinking. It was really quite a good bar, and then it used to turn into a nightclub at night, and sometimes they get me to play a little bit later, so I was doing all my sort of ministry stuff and things for the nightclub. But there's a boat coming in now, and we're just walking to the end. It's the pier. My mother is behind. Beep beep. So yeah, this is Bridlington, and it's blooming cold. Oh, I got some new trainers as well. I'll check these out. So Gary brought them with him. I ordered them in the sale, Calvin Klein's, and I am not kidding you, they are the most comfortable things. They're like gloves. Unbelievable. I'm so glad I told him to bring, because it doesn't matter what you buy, what trainers you buy, I never find them comfortable, but these are incredible. Yeah, really chuffed with them. Just look at him, he was loving it. He was running along, and of course that is it's the sea over there, but because it was quite a hard wall, I let him do it, and I knew that when he went round the corner here it was quite safe to do. Oh, he was loving it, he was in his element. So we're just off into Bridlington, and we're going in to go on a speedboat ride. Apparently it's supposed to be really good fun. Are you looking forward to it, Frankie Jack? Yes. Yes. And there's a couple of rides there, you know, Kiddie Winkle's rides, so I think we might take him on a few of those as well. And then this afternoon we're going to take, where our caravan is, and I'll try and film it, down the bottom you can actually overlook the sea, and there's a walk, but apparently somebody said it can be a tricky walk, and you need to be quite fit to do it. So Gary and I are thinking, ooh, we might not be, but yeah, are we not going straight on?
Yeah, she went wrong way.
Oh, so yeah, looking forward to it today. It's warm, so the sun's out, so it feels warm, but you get out and that seaside breeze gets you. It really does get you.
I'm going on a speedboat.
Go on, show me which speedboat you're going on. It's supposed to be really fast, isn't it? That one over there, it's supposed to be really fast, isn't it?
Attention please, attention please.
Right.
Safety announcement. Life jacket.
My sister had arrived on the Friday, and she was camping in her tent with her 2 children, so they were just behind us in the boat, so they were all screaming with the kids, really looking forward to it. Did you hear that? This was unbelievable. It went so flipping fast, I can't even tell you. I could barely catch my breath. It was almost like doing a skydive again. It was that quick. And Frankie Jack, you'll see his hair in a moment, he kept putting his face down. I don't think he was so keen on it. And that's my mum and my sister in the back. When we turned round to go back, it was slowing down just slightly, and it was at a better pace for me. You alright? Is that better? Whoa! So going back was a little little lighter, and Frankie, Jack and I were a little better on this, but honestly, you've got to go on it. It's such a great experience. It goes so fast. You're not supposed to have mobile phones, but he allowed me to film, but obviously it was, you know, if anything happened to my phone, it was my fault. So I did get these what I think are brilliant shots for us for memories, and to obviously make this vlog. As we come back into the harbour, you will see that the boat company that we went with, and I'd check it out if you're going to Bridlington. I just think it's well worthwhile, and the kids, well, the kids in the back absolutely loved it. Frankie Jack, not so sure. That one riding off. That goes so fast. Oh my gosh, my eyes are all watering. That is absolutely brilliant. I would highly recommend the speedboat trip, but if you don't like speed, then you don't want to go on it. Oh, you go up and down, but it's very, very good. This is it, it's on the end, and it's called Powerboat Rides, and it's in Bridlington. Smile!
Look out, here we go. Look out, look out, here we go.
So let me tell you about this. The guy that ran this ride was the most miserable bloke you have ever met. I didn't see him sanitize it down, so I went in to sanitize. I've already sanitized it. Just spoke really bad, just no customer service skills at all. They went on it. Did you hear it right at the start? It sounds like something out of Peter Kay, doesn't it? I mean, you really are stepping back in time when you go on something like this. But they all came off saying it was absolutely horrendous and it went way too fast, and they all felt sick. I was so glad I decided. Jack's on this, and he's going around not looking like he's really enjoying himself. So I don't know what it's going to be like when he comes off, but he doesn't look very happy when he's going around on the waltzer. So let's see how he gets on. What did you think? What did you think? Tell me. What did you think? It's too fast. Once the kids had done hock-a-dock and all that kind of thing, we then went back to the car, but I just wanted to film a little bit of footage as we were going back to show you what Bridlington kind of looks like. So this was, we were going towards a beach that my sister knew and recommended, and she said it's absolutely beautiful, so we're going to do a little bit of rock climbing with the kids. So we've just arrived at Flamborough. Thornwick Bay. And the car parking attendant has definitely taken some charisma.
Charisma bypass pills.
Charisma bypass pills. He was so... Well, he just didn't have anything about him at all. Very funny.
You want £1.50?
You want £1.50?
Park off down there.
Oh, so it's £1.50 to park all day. There's some caravans overlooking it.
25 quid to get out.
Oh, this looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, flipping Nora. That's horrid, Gary. Don't go any further. That's it, that's it. Wah. Gary, that is awful. No, what if it goes off? What if... No, I don't like that. Part further back. I don't like that. Oh, that's awful. Just look at that. That is, honestly... Oh, just look, go back. I can't. No, get off. No, it's awful.
Some
it's like,
mothers do have them.
Oh, come back, go back, go back, go back. Reverse.
Worth it, isn't it?
No, I'm not parking here.
We're walking down.
Makes me feel, yeah, but look at it. Look at it. We're out on the end.
No, give up. Just park. Isn't it gorgeous, Gary? Yeah. I'm glad we came because I want to get up, cram all these sides.
Making me feel sick. Gary won't move it. Look, I feel like we're right near the cliff's edge. Look at that. Look. That's the cliff edge. Whoa, that's horrible. Anyway, lovely view. How funny was that? Gary was on Amazon buying something and the Goonies mask popped up just before we went away, so he bought it and it scared the kids to death. Anyway, this was absolutely a spectacular day. We put our water shoes on and we went sort of climbing along the rocks and into the caves. It was beautiful. We stuck my mum in a chair on the beach because obviously she's not good enough on her legs to be able to go over all the rocks, and we all went off exploring. She loved sitting there watching us all. We're at Flamborough now. Flamborough. It's absolutely beautiful, and I've just got wet shoes on and we're going into some of the caves. You can see the seagulls, hear the seagulls above. Gary hasn't got any wet shoes, so he's using Converse that will dry out in the caravan. It's just Frankie Jack's got his wet shoes on, so we're just going into the caves now. You just got to watch, make sure you're not walking on anything slippy, but this is well worth coming to see, isn't it, Gary? This is absolutely...
Yeah, it is.
What? Thornwick Bay. Thornwick Bay. So as you hit the beach, this is on the right hand side and it's a little cave that you can go in. Oh, and the kids just loved it. And of course we can paddle because we've all got our wet shoes on. There was these little jelly things attached to the rocks. I'd never seen that before. But Gary said I think they're called limpets. Does anybody else know? Leave in your comment section below if you know what they are. And then the kids had the fishing nets with them and they were trying to kind of, you know, save things that were in shallower water, etc. Really good fun. So we've just come through there. The tide's coming in, so we're having to go. When you looked out along the whole beach as we headed up to the other side of Thornwick Bay, it looked a bit like Malham Cove. Do you remember when I did that trip? If you haven't seen it, then it is on a vlog, and it looked a bit like Malham Cove, what we were walking on. So we walked across, and Frankie Jack found another little cave as well to explore. Go on, show me.
It's in here. It's in here. It's a very good place. I've been going in the water.
Yeah.
I've been climbing stones.
Oh, did you find a cave?
Yes. That's where I've been climbing stones.
Anything that's exploring, rock climbing, stuff like this. He's just in his element and he loves it. What a great place to go with the kids. What a great place to go and have a look. Even just look at the spectacular views of this beach. I've never seen anything like it. It was truly remarkable. So where our caravan is, which is back there, this is the view overlooking the sea. So beautiful campsite. I'll turn it so you can see. So we're going for a walk. Apparently it's supposed to be quite a difficult walk. We're going for a walk down by the sea now tonight after we've had fish and chips. Right, so this woman earlier on in the day had said if you take this walk you can get down to the beach. So we thought it'd be really lovely after fish and chips to take the kids down there and walk down to you know, onto the beach. Oh my word, you couldn't get down. There was no way down to the beach. This was a really long walk. We ended up turning around and coming back. But you can see how it just drops off the cliff. I was as nervous as heck when we're walking around, especially with Frankie Jack. So either myself or Gary kept hold of his hand. Spectacular views again. I mean, just breathtaking. But just made my stomach have the wobbles. And of course, you never know when that cliff edge is going to go, do you? What? Go on.
Going to the beach.
So today we're going back to a different beach today, and we've been making, well, we're going to have wraps on the beach, so we've been making all the wraps, or should I say chopping everything up so we can make them when we get to the beach. And we've got crisps and some water, and we're just hoping that the rain stays off because it's been really sunny this morning, but it's a nightmare in that caravan because Gary keeps losing his keys.
Surely not.
He will not put them in the key department. And because of that, he keeps losing them and it's driving me body. And he says he can't live in such a confined space. Can you? You don't like it, do you?
No.
Four people.
No, one bedroom flat.
You see, I love that caravan when I'm on my own. But so we're going to a place called Bempton Cliffs, and apparently this is where the puffins are, if I've got the right bird. So we're going to go and have a look at them, and they're really pretty. You need binoculars. I'm hoping that we've got some in the car. We've arrived at Bempton Cliffs. So we've paid to get in. It's absolutely freezing, so I've gone from being on the campsite with it being sunny to up here now. So what are we having a look at? Are they the puffins? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
So puffins. And they're on the cliff edge, but there's special places where you stand because of course you can annoy the birds, and once you annoy they'll leave their nest. There's just been a sign telling us about it. So I'll show you what's ahead of us.
A few twitchers.
Few bird twitchers with their big binoculars, but we haven't got anything, so it's going to be a bit useless. Now this was another new thing for me today because I'd never seen anything quite like this. It looked like the White Cliffs of Dover, and then when you went right in you can see all the birds and where they are. We couldn't see any puffins. We were having a look, but we do see one a little bit later on. But just I mean, nature at its best, just breathtaking. You have to visit this place if you come near Scarborough or you know, Whitby or anywhere like that. Bempton Cliffs, so well worth a visit. Excuse my just horrific filming as I zoom in on my phone, but I just wanted to you to see the birds just perched on the edge of the cliff's rock. Now there was a bit of a smell, a bit of a scent, and that could only be obviously this scent. You know what a bird's aviary smells like, mixed with obviously their ablutions. It was only slight, but I've got a strong sense of smell, so I could smell it. Now, Frankie Jack borrowed his cousin's binoculars. We did buy him some on the way back out, but sadly didn't have them for the trip. But we have got them now, and we keep them in our rucksack for when we go walking as well. But there was a puffin. There was one puffin that was perched on the edge, and we managed to see it through the binoculars. So what I'm going to do is Gary took a picture of it, and I'm going to put it on in a minute so you can see it. But it was just perched on the edge, and this is the time when they start coming out, but they're more in force. I think it's around about June time. So this was my footage. Can you see it right in front of you there at the side of the pack of all the black birds that are on the cliff edge? And then Gary got a really good photo. Isn't that spectacular? So this is telling you all about the Climmers story, about the men that used to climb down using one of these to get down to get the eggs of the puffins. Incredible. In the late 19th century, people used to sail underneath and shoot at the birds, and it went to court, and it was the first act for seabird preservation that passed in 1869. So it allowed the Climmers, because it's not got a B in it, it's C-L-I-M-M-E-R-S, the Climmers of Bridlington to still catch the eggs, so to climb down for the eggs. And then in 1954 they stopped all that, and that became illegal as well, so you now can't go down, so the Climmers were finished. It's really very, very interesting. But can you imagine that? It's just, oh, the cliff edge drops are so scary. There must have been people that died in those days. So we've just visited the Bempton Cliffs Seabird Centre, and I would highly recommend it. We're now going to Robin Hood's Bay to go and have some lunch on the beach. That is brilliant. Now we only did one half of it, so we're going to come back later on in the year and do the other half of it. Frankie Jack's also bought. Show them your binoculars. And what did you see when you were out there on the cliff edges? You saw some... Oh, yes, you have. You saw a... puffin. So puffin. We saw puffin through some binoculars of my sister's, but we've got we got those as well.
And this is my gun.
This is his gun, and he won that at this fair ride yesterday, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
bit of a shame about the weather because it's just turned a little bit grey, but we're off to Robin Hood's Bay now. It's taken us around about 50 minutes from Bempton Cliffs to get here, so I've been lucky to have managed to close my eyes, and Frankie Jack's fast asleep in the back. Gary's going to sleep on the way back and I'm going to drive, so we're going to go and have our lunch that I've kind of prepared. And I've got a new trolley as well that I can take down to the beach with all the stuff, because Frankie Jack will want badminton and maybe like football, etc. and the swimming, the fishing nets. And we'll take the rock climbing shoes as well. Another great place to visit, Robin Hood's Bay, but unfortunately it was tearing it down when we went. So you're not seeing it in the best light, but you can imagine this when this glorious sun is shining. So this is Robin Hood's Bay. Just had an ice cream from there. Frankie Jack's had his wet shoes on and been out. I forgot to bring his wet shoes on. I forgot to bring his wet suit down, so he was really upset. But that's where you come down. But we were hoping it was going to be a bit better weather. So it's been drizzly. So I've been making wraps on the beach in the drizzle. But I've got a fantastic new item, which many of you probably already have if you come into the beach with the kids, and I'm going to show you now. Yeah, this is my new bit of kit. I've wanted this for a couple of years. It's one of those trolleys and it packs flat to go in the car. Brilliant, absolutely amazing. Can't believe as we're heading off the beach, we've now got good weather. We've been sat in the rain. So this is my wheel along. Can you see it? That I've got full of our chairs, but I've got to get back up this hill and it's going to be a nightmare. But this is a really good thing. I got it from Asda for 50 quid. If anybody knows this neck of the woods, they will know how difficult it was to pull a trolley back up this hill. And you could see people looking at me as if to say, what on earth are you doing? So in the end, it was Gary pulling it and I was pushing it from behind. But we got it back up that hill. Stunning view, Robin Hood's Bay. Fishermen, sea captors, smugglers, even dinosaurs all left their mark on the village known locally as Bay or Baytown. And actually down the bottom there's a dinosaur and fossil museum. Oh. All showered and ready for bed, and this made me laugh. He sat there counting his sweets. It's like the king was in his counting house counting all his money. Obviously he didn't get to eat them all at once, but he is absolutely sweet mad, as any child is, and he likes to count them. Very funny. So Gary was doing a few maths things with him as well. So we're in a place called Pease Home Park in Scarborough. It's really lovely and it's got like a Japanese feel to it, Chinese-Japanese feel to it. And I have to say, if you come here, I'd definitely try and come here at night when all the lights are lit up, because I think it'd be really lovely.
You have to stay on for the whole time.
There's also a bridge, there's a water fountain, you can go on the pedal boats, which we're just about to go now. However, it is raining. I've forgotten to bring Frankie Jack's coat. Well, I didn't forget. I thought, oh, I won't need it today. Now it's raining. Blah, bad mom.
The kids are in a boat like one of them.
Show me. Where are we now? Do you know where we are? You know where we are?
Scarborough.
Scarborough. Scarbados.
Scarbados in the rage.
So Gary and I on a pedal boat. Frankie Jack, say hello.
Hello.
And what have you just said?
Can you go faster?
Can you go faster, Daddy?
We're raining. Oh, put them up over there.
Put them up. We got half an hour on this thing and we're knackered already.
Carcass dropping, ain't it, big? Jesus.
I bet there's been a few things lost.
Yeah, go this side.
I shouldn't be jumping into the lake.
What, you?
Oh, look, just slipping over here. Red for a swim. I'm panicking.
So you have about half an hour on this pedal boat. So we went round once, then we went round again. And as we're going round, just going under this beautiful bridge, Frankie Jack is so desperate to pedal. But of course he can't pedal because his feet won't touch it. So we worked out a way that if he sat on my lap and then stretched his body out, his little legs could pedal away. And he loved it. Oh, you're pedalling hard, aren't you, Frankie Jack? Is it difficult?
Where are these?
I don't know where they're gone. So from here, if you just take yourself a bit further up into like kind of the park where they have big bands on, etc., you can go on a little train journey. So we went on that as well, and Frankie Jack got a little train driver's whistle just to annoy us.
That's it, you always walk twice. What? Oh, it's a lovely day.
Now, can you imagine this on a hot summer's day? How spectacular that view is going to be. Really superb. And we did it there and back, so you can actually just do a one-way journey if you wanted to. But we decided to do a return journey so we could get back to the car. So we only had a short space of time before we had to go and get the caravan. Oh, and I can't even tell you how great the train driver was. His customer service was incredible. This is the unfunny bit about caravanning. Gary and I have struggled to get it hooked up. We're in bonny Scarborugh and it's chucking it down, and I am absolutely soaked wet through, but we've managed to do it and I'm on my way. Oh, it's hard. So, I don't know what it is about me and caravanning and camping, but it's always a little bit windy. So I've just driven back from Scarborough back to Peterborough, and it's been bad weather all the way with the rain, but the last hour it started to get windy, and that was a little scary for me. I've got back here and literally it feels like gale force winds. I've just been trying, you know, the legs down on your caravan, my coat's flying over my head. It is just horrific down here. I mean, I'm sat in my car now looking at my caravan and it's actually swaying. Oh, why can't it just be good weather? Why do I always get the bad weather? Even setting up in Scarborough, it was horrendous, and I've driven back and my back, because I didn't put my coat on because we were trying to do it quick, my back was actually wet, and I just feel horrific again. Look at my hair. Is it just me? Or this country? But I always seem to get bad weather whenever we try and do something nice. I mean, luckily, yeah, we have had good weather while we've been away. It's been spitting a few times. When we got on the beach, it rained, and as we were leaving, the sun came out. We've still had a really good time though. I hope you've enjoyed it, but that's been horrific. So I haven't been able to film any of it. Setting up was a rush, and I couldn't really film it because things were going wrong and Gary were getting frustrated, so I didn't do that. Packing down, I haven't been able to do it because we had to do it in a rush to be able to get out for the last couple of hours on the last day. And then of course when we got back, when I was hooking up, it was that bad I wouldn't have been able to leave my caravan out. And then setting back up as I've got here, I can't film because it's gale force winds and I didn't put my camera out on this, so unfortunately I haven't been able to get any of that footage for you. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the vlog. I'm going to go try and go and get a shower if everything's up and running. I'll unload it because I've done all the outside now. I've just got to do all the inside. I tell you how bad it was. When I was trying to pour, so I've got that collapsible watering can, when I was trying to pour the water into the toilet to try and fill that up, the water wouldn't even go in the spout. It was going off because the wind was blowing it. I'm like, what the heck? So I thought I got away with it, a better trip than the camping trip to Wales, but it is so windy. I'm trying to film it when it really goes, but every time I go and switch my camera on, you know when it blows, the wind, it goes like that and then it stops for a couple of seconds. I've had to put the heater on because it's cold in here and it's just taken a while for the heating to get up, as it always does. But I'm wet. I'm just about to get in the shower, so I'm hoping the hot water's on. I've got a hot blanket on, so I've just put that on, and I'm going to have a hot chocolate and go to bed. So our caravanning trip was fantastic, but the end of it Please, just somebody give me some good weather sometime when nothing goes wrong. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I am going to start giving some tips because I've done a couple of caravan videos or vlogs so far, and a lot of people have been asking me, you know, whether I've got any hits and tips. And even though I'm completely new to this, but I do research everything to the nth degree. So I've got a couple of things that may come in handy that you want. So those will be vlogs coming up in the future. If you would love to hit that subscribe button, I would love you to have you part of the YouTube family. And just to tell you that it's all about lifestyle. So it's about my job as a TV presenter. It's about beauty, fashion, what I do, what I get up to with the family, trips away, my health, you know, looking after your health, and tips and tricks on that as well. So it's a whole host of stuff on my YouTube channel, but I would love to have you part of it. Anyway, see you on the next vlog. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.